Welcome, everyone. We're back for episode 10 of Beyond Borders. So we've officially hit double digits, guys, and we couldn't be more excited. I want to thank each and every one of you who has been tuning in to us every week. Today, we're going to have a special roundtable discussion on a topic that so many of you can relate to, running a digital business as a busy parent. So if you're a parent who's trying to juggle work, family, and finances, you know how challenging it can be. So the good news is you don't have to choose between being present for your kids and building financial success. You can have both. So we're diving into some real strategies, some real experiences, real solutions that have helped parents like us create flexible, successful online businesses whilst in showing up for our families. Plus, we have some surprises in store. I promise you guys surprise co-hosts, and they are here. I have to apologize on behalf of Irma. She's not here with us this week, but she'll be back next week for sure. So you're going to see some new faces today. And with that, I am going to welcome all of my co-hosts on. Please hang around with us for the next 30 minutes or so. And by the end, you're going to have actionable steps that's going to help you to really balance your business and family life more effectively. And remember to drop a comment. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know as well what the biggest challenges that you face as a busy parent trying to grow a business. All right, so let's jump in. Welcome, guys. So I welcome Vanessa.
Thank you.
And Linda.
Hello.
So I'm going to go down the line and let each of you come on and introduce yourself, share one thing that you're grateful for, and of course, let us know why you started the digital business. So Vanessa, you can go first.
Okay, yes. I'm Vanessa. I'm a mom of 3 kids. I'm a widow. I'm a full-time employee, a digital business owner, and I started the business because of the rising prices of the basic needs, food, clothing. It was going sky high. I'm alone. I have one income, so I had to find a way to supplement my income. So that's why I started this digital business. And I'm just grateful for the automated system that is working behind the scenes while I handle other things. Yeah.
Awesome. Nice. And welcome our guest co-hosts and surprises. Let's Rico, you know ladies first, so Linda gets good. Linda, welcome.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you for having me. Hello, everyone. I am Linda. I am a proud mom of 6. I reside in Northern California, and I work in the healthcare sector in the corporate world. And I'm also a proud digital business owner. Life was always a juggling act, and just trying to find the perfect balance between work-life balance. And, after a busy week, I'm feeling so grateful for the flexibility this business has given me. Being able to balance time with my kids while building something for our future is just a blessing. And I'm just super incredible and thankful for the supportive community that I'm surrounded by. Thank you to be here.
Thank you so much, and welcome. And Rico, you're up.
Hi everyone, I am Rico. I am originally from the island Barbados, now residing in on Vancouver Island, British Columbia. I am a chef by profession, but I just changed my career to align with my online business model, I like to call it, whereas work life balance. I run this business with my wife. She's home with our kids. She's helping us to run our business right now. She's a little busy, but it having changed my career helped me to be more present than being a chef. And I still love cooking. I still do it on the side, but I had to do what's best for the family and myself. And I am truly thankful that I took the leap of faith 3 years ago to start my online business, because it's helped me to grow not only as a person, but as a dad and a husband. So I'm truly thankful for that.
Awesome. So today I am thankful for time freedom. Like when I started my business nearly 5 years ago now, guys, that's what I wanted. I want to have that time freedom so that I can be there for my kids even while I earn this additional income. So I'm super grateful for that. And yeah, so let us know, guys, in the comments, what's one thing that you're grateful for right now. All
Yes.
right. And we are gonna jump in. So we are gonna chit chat a bit. So, the reality of being a busy parent, you know, and really why this digital business that we all do, why does it work? All right. So let's talk about some common struggles, of parents who try to earn while raising a family, guys. Who wants to talk first?
I would say I would go first because I just want to talk about time constraints.
Mhm.
Just the traditional jobs, they demand a lot from you, the long hours, the commuting, and so forth. And even though sometimes you driving, it's not, the best idea decision to drive because of the high parking and all that. So you have to take public transit.
Yeah.
Because I have 3 kids, like you have to get them up in the morning, get them ready, prepare them lunch, drop them off to school. So, and then I don't drive to work and I work smack downtown. So the commuting for me, it's something else. I have to be running to the bus stop, the
I
metro. So, like having a digital business is gonna like eliminate like all of that eventually, like if you choose that that's what you want to do full time,
Yeah,
it's
for
gonna
sure.
eliminate the
Especially when we live in these big countries, the commute
right.
is not,
So,
a lot of times you take really long drives to get to your job.
right, yeah.
I just want to touch on the time constraints, like Vanessa said. So like I said, my wife and I run our online business. She's the one who's primarily home with the kids and the business. Again, I changed my career because as a chef, my hours were extremely ridiculous. Whereas compared to now, I still work because for us, multiple income streams is very important.
Mhm.
And even something as doing overtime make sense for our family, even though sometimes it might be hard on me because there's still the opportunity for income to be coming in from the online business. So whereas, especially moving to a new island, a new part of the world, not having family, it's something that definitely helps. Whereas you won't have a babysitter or you won't have people there that can necessarily jump in to help, raise and be there to watch your kids when you need it. At least, even if the the day is going crazy for wifey, she's still home, and the business has that flexibility to be
Yeah.
able to, oh, I don't have to, jump in right now. Again, we have that automation that helps with it. So I think even if, it's not the traditional family setup where both parents are working, it's something that it definitely helps to have the online business, someone being able to do it from home, but still having that traditional work job where
Mhm.
you can also bring in income stream to help with
Yeah.
the struggles of finances in life, and just being able to stay afloat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
You know,
I do want to also, piggyback on what Vanessa and Rico have mentioned and, shared so far too, the time constraint, right? I think that's a common struggle for all working parents. Long hours, missing out on the milestones. And, financial stress can be real too, right? Especially with growing kids and, and the flexibility. It just felt non-existent. And so, I constantly felt like I was choosing between providing for my family and actually being present with them. And so this online business was the solution that I was seeking for.
Yes.
absolutely. It's like for me, being a single parent and having one income, that's why I needed to find something. Because I'm living in the city of Toronto where everything is just super expensive. Like having one income was not gonna cut it in this city. And and I know it's the same, like, there are some families that, maybe the dad is at work and the mom is at home with the kids and vice versa. And I know a lot of people in our community where this has helped, like the mom or the stay-at-home dad, to earn an income and help out of that home. So it eases some of that financial stress, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So I guess another thing we can talk about is the fact that, because with the business you don't have a fixed schedule, you can basically fit it around your family life, right? Because this is something that I used to do after my kids had their dinner and went to bed, after I've helped them with their homework. That's when I would jump in and, put in an hour or two into this business. So it didn't take time away from them, but I was able to do it because I'm at home, right? So stuff like that. Yeah, it really,
Exactly.
yeah.
I sometimes I'm on my phone, I'm on the bus, so it's like my free time in a sense. So I do some work. I did do some work on my business, like on my way to work or back home on the trip back home. I do some work in my lunch break. So it's that flexible, and I love that about this business. And I don't have any pressure to even work in it if I don't want to. There's no one that's telling me, okay, you have to make this quota, you have to do this. No, we're business owners and we work
on schedule,
on our own schedule whenever we want, however we want.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
I
amazing.
remember 3 years when I started, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make this work, because I was already working 2 jobs at the time. My wife and I had our own business, but it was a yoga and music studio, which means we had to be present. We had to be there physically. Had a young child, and we were just trying to juggle it. It was chaotic. And I had enough. I had just come from Barbados, and you're trying to set up your life. You're trying to set up your life as a family. And I remember reaching out to my coach and mentor to have the understanding of what is needed of me, because I can't split myself anymore. But I did see the value in having the online business. And I remember she saying to me, at the end of the day, if this is something that you want to do, you'll be able to find the time to get it done. But the benefits that came with that, again, like Vanessa touched on, and Suzette, was being able to do it in your own time. So having that video-based training for me was great, because work 2 jobs, come home, I would, shower up, get something to eat. I'll sit down and I just go into it. And I was such a go-getter. I'll be in there like 3 hours, but realizing you don't have to spend 3 hours. You can spend an hour, half an hour, 50 minutes.
Exactly.
What I learned was any progress you make, whether it be 15 minutes to 3 hours, is progress moving forward to set up yourself to be able to have a successful business and to be able to gain the knowledge that you needed to be successful. So for me, that was definitely a plus.
What I love about this business is that it really truly works around a busy schedule like mine's, not against it. And, like you all mentioned, there's no fixed schedule, work, scheduling those early morning, where you work in your business before the kids get up for school, late nights, in between those free time, like you mentioned, right, in the bus, and, really just the benefits of the overall business, the automated system, the training, the mentorship, the coaching that comes with it, and also the global community itself. It's powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. With the automation, even while we're sleeping, the business is working, right? I mean, when you start your business, you go through that initial setup, but once that's done, then you, like, I used to just check in on my messages during my lunch break when I was at work, right? Because people are getting the information, they're accessing our free webinar, all of that without me having to actually take time out to actually sit and speak to them. So it's really amazing to have that automation and working for us all of the time, so.
Yeah, you don't have to like physically be setting up emails or anything like that,
Yeah, exactly.
So
for me, it was having my website built for me because I was like, that's where I draw the line. I do not know anything about coding or anything like that. I'm like,
All right.
set
Yes.
up a
Yes.
website. I'm like, it ain't gonna happen, it ain't happening. But being able to just be, it felt great being able to say, you know what, these are the colors I like. This is what I want. Simple things for
Yeah.
other people, not me, is what helped to make the journey and the setup of the business great. So I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that part, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like I didn't even know something like that existed that you can just click and say, okay, I want this website, it's built for you. I didn't know
Yeah.
something like that existed. So I found that was like
We do give a
amazing.
lot of value. When it comes to that, I
Yep.
always tell people the value that you get,
Yep.
is second to none. So we
Mhm.
have an amazing community.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I guess we're all just happy and proud to be a part of it, right? So
Yeah.
let's shift a bit and talk about time management and business strategies, like how we make it work, like some key strategies for balancing business and parenting. Let's give the people some ideas. Some of you out there are already business owners. This is going to be helpful. And for those of you who are going to take the next step and visit our website, get registered, get started, this is going to put you ahead of the game. You're getting insider information here. So let's hop into that. Let's talk a bit about that. Let's talk about some business habits, right, for parents.
I think for me, honestly, it was, and I know when my wife sees this, she's gonna just laugh. It's documentation, and what I mean by that, I don't mean the long drawn out, keeping everything. I mean getting a journal, getting a binder, getting a calendar, and
Mhm.
being able to project what you want to do for the day, what you want to do for the week, what you want to do for the month, things that you want to get done, your goals, whether it be short term, long term. And I didn't want to do this because I didn't grow up doing it. And for me, I'm like, okay, no, that's another task that I really and truly ain't got time for. But being able to sit down, put pen to paper, and get my thoughts on the paper, see it, read it out, really cleared up things for me and really allowed me to know if that made sense or if it just didn't at the time. And I could do that later while focusing on things that were more important. So when it comes to like getting a little bit of training in, okay, I do that for maybe 45 minutes in the day, take a break, take a rest. Another benefit of the business, you don't have to grind 8 hours a day. Being
Yeah.
able to say, you know what, for myself, I know that I want to snuggle and, spend time with my little ones and just clear my head. Okay, on this day or these days, I have work. So, I'm gonna chill a little bit on my personal business, not necessarily not doing anything, but just bringing it back a little bit just so that
So
I
the
don't feel
time, the time blocking, being able to like block out
exactly
time.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like being able to be responsible for that, and no one is drilling me. Oh, you got to get this done at this time. This is what it needs to be. Me being in charge of being able to say, you know what, I'll get that done. This is when I'll do it. This is when it will be completed.
Mhm.
All those things are little. It might seem like, oh, it's annoying, but it really helps me to be successful 3 years in having an online business.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would like to include my 3 key strategies for balancing business and parenting. First will be time blocking. That's super important. That was something that I had to learn early on, right? Time management, blocking times and days, and you have to be intentional, right? Whether it's a quick 30-minute work session before the kids wake up or while they're at practice, I make sure to just maximize that time, which I'm doing right now as we speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. And second is daily small wins, right? Just focusing on one key task a day at a time. Maybe it's posting your content. Maybe it's checking on your ads or following up with your leads. And
Yeah.
those little steps adds up, and it keeps my business moving forward. And then third, I would like to include the leveraging our business automation, right? It does a lot of heavy lifting for us already. And so while I'm, able to spend, time with my family, my business is still working for me, not the other way around.
Absolutely. And those
Uh,
are some of the same, things that I utilize myself. So I can agree with both you and Rico on those for sure. And I want to talk about involving the family, right? Letting the kids really see you work as well.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
so inspiring for them. And I can attest to this because my 18-year-old son, now he's coming up with so many different business ideas because he has seen me as an example and the way I push through. And, the other day he was saying, he says, Mom, I trust you more than I trust myself. And I was like, that's a good thing, but, I inspire him so much. And, he knows that he can achieve things, right? Because he's seen me do it. And I think he knows that, like, for me, it doesn't matter what your age is. Start something new, and as long
Yeah.
as you commit to it, you're gonna accomplish it. And so we're actually inspiring our kids when we start our own businesses as well, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always let my kids know like what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So my now 13-year-old son and soon to be 11-year-old daughter, they already said, "Oh, mommy, I want to do your business, the same business as you."
Yes.
So I'm like so excited.
Yeah.
They
Right.
probably don't understand fully yet what it's
Yes.
about, but
But
at
they
least they
see you
see
and they're
me
being
working.
inspired and they see you doing
Yeah.
something that you enjoy. And yeah, and they're smart. They can see our business brings a lot of personal development as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it helps you in your personal life as well as it helps you to build that business. So they're seeing that growth as well, right?
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
for sure. All right. So anything else before we round up?
Uh,
I
Um,
just want to. Sorry, go ahead,
mhm.
Linda.
oh, okay, sure. I just wanted to share that for those that are watching this live or the replay, if you're hungry for change, we do offer free complimentary workshop info sessions that you can attend to make an informed decision to see if it's something that will work for you, your family, and yeah, and then we're here to answer any questions.
Yep.
Yeah, and also, oh, sorry, you want to go, Rico?
Go ahead, Vanessa. It's okay.
No, I just want to touch also on the accountability and the support of the community.
Yeah.
It's unlike any other community I've been a part of. So that's really, really dear to my heart. And I'm like so happy that I'm part of this community. Even like Suzette, I can message her anytime and get a response or call her up if something is not going. We have other people in the community that, like help us with what is it called? Like say meditation and
Mhm.
moral
That's
support,
mindset.
whatever it is,
Mindset.
mindset. And
Yes.
it's just amazing being part of this community, this global community that is.
Go ahead,
Yeah, I
Rico.
just I just want to say that it's a decision I made 3 years ago, and it's one that I do not regret. And being that said, coming to a brand new country as an immigrant and just trying to make ends meet for my family, and going to the banks and being told no because obviously you don't have anything built up that they can trust you with. That was my driving point to be like, no, I am not going to come here and be stressed out and struggle for the rest of my life. This was something that helps me to open my mindset to new things.
Yeah.
There's so many people in our community right now who have tried other business models online, simple things, all the popular uh business endeavors online that you can think of, but they just did not pan out. And our business now has been going strong, and we have thousands of people in our community from
Oh
all
yeah.
over the world, all
When
different.
I started Rico, there was like less than 40,000. I mean, over 240,000 now.
Um,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the amount of people that have decided, you know what, I deserve more in life. I deserve to have money. These are things that we try to be realistic about. I deserve to live that life of my dreams. I deserve to provide for my family. All these things, again, touching on mindset. This is a business model that does not only focus on the money, it focuses on us as human beings, as us as parents, cousins, friends, sisters, brothers. And having that holistic approach to this business model has again opened my eyes, has allowed me to be able to talk on a screen to thousands to people all around the world that I never would have done, by the way. Um, and just be able to have the confidence in myself to say, you know what? Yes, it's okay going to work every day and working a regular job, but it's also amazing to be able to have an online business and be able to help people around the world to understand that you can leverage social media to bring in an income for yourselves, for their families, to be able to connect with people like we are today, not just on a business level here, but being able to say, well, hey, Suzette, this is what's going on with me in my life. This is where I'm
Yeah.
at. And her being able to not be judgmental and assist and give her experience and help and aid and letting me know, you know what, it's going to be okay. We all come into these situations in life where it's challenging, but if we keep believing in where we want to be in ourselves and our abilities,
Just
we
keep
can
moving
grow.
on. Just
And
keep
you
swimming.
know,
I love my little Dory thing.
it's great, right? That now it's so funny. It's just something that has allowed me to grow, like I said in the beginning, but also to get the confidence to understand that if something here is not working, I need to do something to be able to make it work, to be able to make life work for not just me, three little ones now, and just follow my dream. So if you're watching us and you're like, oh, I work three jobs, I work two jobs, I'm not gonna be able to make that happen. I understand that thinking. I understand that, oh, it's another thing that I got to do now. But if you look at it in the long run, you know, I'll be able to have my own business. I'm generating my own income. I don't have a boss telling me you need to start work at 7 a.m. You are running behind late on your projects. You aren't performing like you need to be. And you understand that you are your own boss. You go at your own pace. You take those strides and you just make each day a step towards where you want to be. You will be successful. There's no doubt with that. Yes, it is an online business. It is a business. There are struggles that we all come up with as
Right.
owners,
Especially
but
as parents, right? You know,
especially as parents.
yeah.
But we stick together and we help each other in this community. And that's another major thing that I am so proud of. We do not pull each other down. We help people out. We're there for people. And this is something that I'm really passionate about. And send us a
I
message,
can
chat with
I
us.
can tell. You can speak about it all day.
Yes. Yeah, yes.
So that is where
Right?
I'll stop for the day because I don't want to go.
Yes,
But you
I
can
love
do it.
that. Yes,
You can do
that
it.
was
definitely.
amazing, Rico. Thank you for sharing
Just
that.
one brief thing is that you don't have to have any prior experience, and you just have to be 18 years of age to start. That's
Yes.
it.
Yep.
All
Yes.
right,
So
Vanessa.
we just
Let's
want to say this was an incredible discussion. And if there's any one thing you want to take away, it's this: success isn't about having more time, it's about making the most of the time you have. You can be a great parent and a successful entrepreneur. You can build a business while still being present for your family, and you don't have to do it alone. There's a community ready to support you. So, before we go, tell us what's one thing you're going to implement from today's discussion. Just drop it in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you're ready to take action and start your own online business, just DM us or visit our websites. There are four of us. So you can, the person you're watching, go to their website. And thanks for tuning in. See you next Sunday at 5 p.m. for another powerful episode of Beyond Borders. God
thank you
bless. Have a
guys.
great day. Thank you so much, everyone.